Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Foxy New.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. We got another edition of the Body Bag series. And today's victim, Andy Ruiz Jr. And look, Andy Ruiz has been putting out a lot of disturbing tweets. He's even made a viral video about, Dillian Whyte. And one of his most recent tweets about Dillian Whyte was, you talk all this trash, disrespect your opponent at weigh-ins, post stupid memes, and now we got to feel sorry for you because you got knocked out? Get out of here. Now, I find this all interesting from Andy Ruiz Jr. because we've seen in the past where Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn confirmed that they offered Andy Ruiz Jr. $4 million to fight. $4 million. This could have been Andy Ruiz facing Dillian Whyte in his past fight instead of Povetkin. They offered this man $4 million. Then what did they do? Andy Ruiz said, oh, you didn't offer me $5 million. So they went back and offered him $5 million. They upped the ante another $1 million. So they offered him as high as $5 million. Andy Ruiz turned that offer down. And we've already seen Andy Ruiz come out and basically say, hey, Dillian Whyte rejected the fight. See, we already know you got caught in a lie when the receipts came out about Dillian Whyte rejected a fight. Explain to me why Dillian Whyte would reject a fight that he offered you. Only an idiot, a moron, or a dummy would believe that. And then, Andy Ruiz came out and stated, he wants a tune-up, but it won't be against Luis Ortiz. So wait a minute. You need a tune-up for a tune-up? Why do you need a tune-up for a tune-up? Explain that to me. Why do you need a Luis Ortiz is a 50-year-old nursing home, guy, and you need a tune-up for this guy, and he's a tune-up. And yeah, I understand that you're moving over. I know a lot of Andy Ruiz fanboys try to give him a pass. They say, well, Andy Ruiz, he's coming off a loss. Anthony Joshua came off a loss and fought Andy Ruiz back-to-back. See, there was no coward, no quit in Anthony Joshua. And then they say, well, Andy Ruiz, he's changing trainers. Is this style going to change? No, it's not. He's still going to be about hand movement. He's still going to be about aggressiveness and pressure. The fundamentals of Andy Ruiz Jr. will not change. Why did he leave his trainer? Wasn't because of his style or his tactic. He said it was because of his discipline and his focus. So why would you need a tune-up for a tune-up? It doesn't make any sense. You simply didn't want the smoke of any type of challenge. Look, even, everybody came out and saw who Andy Ruiz Jr. is going to fight next. He's facing Chris Arreola. Chris, who have I fought Arreola? What's Chris Arreola's best win? That's garbage truck juice. Let's be honest. Andy Ruiz Jr. turned down a multi-million-dollar offer to face Dillian Whyte. Didn't want to talk trash about him just so he could turn around and breastfeed Chris Arreola? That's what you want to do, is breastfeed Chris Arreola? Let's just come on. This is the guy that needs a tune-up for a tune-up. And you happy that Dillian Whyte lost. But you don't seem to realize one thing, Andy Ruiz. You simply don't. And that is, you didn't beat Dillian Whyte. You ducked him and didn't beat him, and now you want to make fun of him. That sounds like garbage truck juice.